One, again, this is Brent Carlton, Executive Director. I'm joining you just by audio right now. But this is the State Board of Acupuncture Examiners. Today is Friday, August 4th, 2023. The time is 8:01 a.m. And this meeting will be open to the public at the listed and posted location, and will proceed by video conference as allowed under Texas Government Code Section 155.127. At this location, we'll have two-way audio and video communication with each of the other locations and the other board members throughout the meeting. The presiding officer of the board is physically present at the location listed. So we will begin with agenda item number 1 with calling the full board to order. So for the roll call, Ms. Guthrie.
Here.
Mr. Weidler.
Here.
Ms. Carlson. Mrs. Davidson.
Here.
Mrs. Garcia. Mrs. Gonzalez.
Here.
Dr. Hebert.
Here.
Dr. Jimenez. I see
Here.
you. There we go. All right, got it.
I was muted.
Well, good. That is.
You did say
6.
8:01. Should that be 9:01?
He's on Eastern time, I think.
Oh,
I got it. Okay.
excuse me. Yeah, it's the wrong time. Yeah, 9:01 a.m. Yes. So thank you for that correction. So we do have 6. We have a quorum, may proceed. So we'll go to agenda number 2, board member report. We have a presentation by Mr. Graham.
Yes, I have a resolution statement for Mr. Graham. So the statement is, whereas the members of the Texas State Board of Acupuncture Examiners wish to express appreciation to Raymond Graham for his outstanding service for this board from July 7th, 2006 to April 23rd, 2023. And whereas he gave unselfishly of his time and energy while serving on the board, and whereas he demonstrated compassion, professionalism while seeking to ensure quality health care for the citizens of Texas, and whereas his intellectual ability, personal strength, and deep commitment to the ideals of public service are unexcelled, and whereas he was an invaluable and enthusiastic member of the board and contributed his time, including serving as secretary and treasurer of the board, and as the chair of the Discipline and Ethics Committee, and as a member of the executive and CPT coding and ad hoc review acupuncture exam education committees. Now it be resolved that the members of this Texas State Board of Acupuncture Examiners join together to honor Mr. Graham for his service, and further that a copy of this resolution be tendered to Mr. Graham and that it be forthwith inscribed upon the permanent minutes of this board. Thank you, Mr. Graham, for your service.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Guthrie. And thank you, Mr. Graham, again for your service. Much appreciated, and all the time that you guys give of yourselves. I know it's not easy to schedule your professional lives, which you do, but it is an important service to the people of Texas. Are there any other comments from the board members for the board member report? No. All right, we'll move on to agenda item number 3, executive director report. Again, good morning, everyone. I'll keep this brief. Budget update. Things are looking pretty good here going to the end of the fiscal year. So we are on track, and Joey is at a conference right now, so he normally would give you some more specifics on it. Things are trending the way they're supposed to. We're on track to spend the funds that we have. And as far as the legislative session, we are getting a significant increase in resources. We got about 60% of what we asked for from the legislature, which is pretty good in any legislative session to get that high of a percent of your ask. So they definitely saw the need that we put forward, and felt it was important to give us those additional resources and tools, which just briefly, those are going to be additional staff, increases in salaries, and also more money for IT and other tools to help with licensing and enforcement, to make the experience better for our licensees and to make it quicker for us to do enforcement and keep the public informed of what we do and updates to profiles. So we are very appreciative to the legislature for that. And as far as our rules update, as you're aware, the general counsel staff has been going through an extensive and fully comprehensive review of all of our rules. It is going well, but it's something that is going to continue through the rest of the calendar year at least. So again, I wanted to keep that short for you, and I am here if you have any questions about anything going on with the board. All right, we'll go to agenda item number 4, medical director report, and there is none. Agenda item number 5, consideration and possible action regarding pending litigation.
Yes, and good morning, everyone. I will also be very quick today. As I always am glad to say to y'all, there's nothing going on directly with you or any action you've taken where anybody is suing the board or you as board members in your official capacity. The medical board does have a few cases. They always have a few cases. Those are appeals of enforcement actions for the most part. They're moving through the court system. With nothing really significant to report. We did have a couple of old federal lawsuits on some rather tenuous claims, I might say, and we got one of those dismissed this past week. We also got a state court case that was kind of the same way, dismissed in the past month. So everything's looking good. As I said, there's nothing really of any great significance going forward. The medical board has been named in some of the abortion-related lawsuits that are going on in Travis County, but we really don't have anything to do with those. We're just we're there in name only because if there's complaints or once the law is determined, we may get complaints and have to possibly determine whether or not there was a violation. So other than that, there's nothing else for you today unless y'all have questions.
All right, thank you,
Nope.
Mr. Fresh.
Yeah.
Not seeing any questions, we'll move on to agenda item number 6, discussion and recommendation of possible action regarding referrals from the Texas Physician Health Program. Do we have a PHP representative here? Trying to scroll through the list.
Sarah and Yvette are not here. I don't believe Yvette. Yeah,
Well, yeah, I mean, it does say that
unless, sorry, she might be here. Oh, she is here. Yvette is online.
okay. Well, it doesn't show that they have any specific referrals or anything to go over, but as far as, I don't know if anyone wanted to make a just kind of a program update, I can tell you, and it kind of tied back to the legislative changes that we mentioned earlier. Texas PHP is going to have a change in how the program is funded. This is a very important update from the legislature. As you're probably aware, if anyone needed to be a participant in the program, either through referring themselves or the medical board or you guys or anyone referring them to Texas PHP, they had to pay $600 to have their initial intake interview done. And then they would have to pay $1,200 per year to be a participant in the program. And the change that's happening is on September 1, there is no longer going to be a fee to participate in the program, but every licensee is going to be assessed a fee upon application to have a license in Texas or upon renewal of their license. We're finalizing that amount right now, but the way the legislature wrote it is it was not to exceed $15 per 2-year period. So $7.50 per year is the maximum. And so we're finalizing what those numbers are going to be right now. But starting September 1, any new applicants and anyone that's renewing their license will pay that small fee, and that will allow them to participate in the program at no additional cost if they need it. So we are grateful legislature for doing that, because it will make things easier for those individuals that, maybe that $1,200 would be a barrier to entry into the program and to getting some assistance. And it's also certainly going to help funding of the program and be able to expand it over the next few years. Moving on, agenda item number 7, discussion, recommendation, and possible action regarding approval of AcuDetox training programs.
Yes, we have one request for approval as an AcuDetox training program today. We have Ellen Vincent from POCA Auricular Acutechnician Training Program here today to represent the organization. She submitted a very detailed statement in addition to a copy of their 139-page training manual that the board has access to. Ms. Vincent, if you have an opening statement to say at this time, please do so. And if not, then the board members could proceed with asking you questions regarding this particular AcuDetox program.
Thank you, Grace. Hello, everyone. I'm Ellen Vincent, and I'd just like to clarify it's POCA, the People's Organization of Community Acupuncture. And I know that you read the email. This training was designed to be equivalent to the NADA training with the 70 hours, and we've had great success, and I look forward to answering any questions.
And Ms. Unterborn, if you want to explain that, or Ms. Pajak, when these come through, the board has the authority to approve, and maybe we kind of give them a little background if we need it, or if Ms. Guthrie, you just want to proceed with either asking questions, or if you've reviewed the content and quite frankly feel comfortable that it's sufficient, you can always entertain a motion to approve this program for the AcuDetox training required under board statute and rules.
Yeah, so under our rules, in order to get AcuDetox certified, you have to complete an education program that has been approved by the board. That's why they're here today. They want to get their program approved by you, and they've set forth all of the criteria that they have for their program. It says in our rule that they have to be 70 hours in length, shall include clean needle technique course or equivalent, universal infection control precaution procedures. And again, it has to be approved by you guys. So the information is here. So question away if you need more information.
I have no questions. Does anybody else on them? Is there a motion to move to approve?
I'll go ahead and motion we approve.
I can second.
Sorry, who seconded? Sorry.
Dr. Hebert.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Hebert. Okay.
Okay, great. We have a motion and a second to approve the program. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any
Aye.
opposed? I didn't hear anyone that opposed, anyone abstaining. All right, motion passes. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, agenda item number 8, there is none. Agenda item number 9, report from staff on renewal of approved providers.
We have 2 renewals of approved providers that have met all the licensure requirements and have been approved by board staff. The report is in your folder for review. This is just a report, so no motion is necessary.
Great, thank you. Any questions? All right, agenda item number 10, report from staff of continuing acupuncture education courses approved.
There are 2 providers that have submitted a total of 9 courses that have met all the CAE requirements and have been approved by staff. Again, this is a report, so no motion is needed.
All right, any questions from the board members? All right, thank you. Agenda item number 11, there's none. Agenda item number 12, discussion, recommendation, and possible action regarding applicants for a Texas acupuncture license.
So the list of licenses that have been issued by staff since the last board meeting in September 16th of 2022 are there for you to review. And it does include the list of the acupuncturists that will be licensed today following the board meeting. I would need a motion for approval, please.
You have a motion to approve.
I second it.
All right, great. We have a motion and a second to approve. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? All right, motion carries. Thank you. Agenda item number 13, reports and discussion regarding the investigation, litigation, and compliance departments.
Yes, this is Amy Swanholm. Item A that you have in front of you is the enforcement activity report. This is a summary of the activity for all license types over the last several years with a highlight on the last several months going up to May 31st. We have no warning letter report for acupuncturists. Well done. C, criminal case review report. This is a summary of all license types that we have taken action on based on a criminal case report that's been resolved early. It's similar to the warning letter report, but it's a review before that. Agenda item number D, we do have 3 individuals that are listed as having cases over 1 year old, although 2 of those are up for consideration today, and 1 is currently at the State Office of Administrative Hearings. E, we had 1 temporary suspension on April 26, 2023 for Dr. Ho. This was in response to an investigation, and that temporary suspension was granted. And there are no reports on rehearing requests under item F.
Right. Again, are there any questions for any of the reports from Ms. Swanholm? All right, thank you. Agenda item 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19.
Actually, on 17, there is one. Sorry.
oh.
I know it says no, none on the agenda. There is one. Yeah.
That's true. We do have one. All right. So let me, we'll start that
14,
again.
15, 16.
Yeah, 14, 15, 16, there are none. So we'll go to agenda item number 17, appeals.
And I don't know if you want to go ahead and make a motion to move into executive session. We do have the appellant appearing to make a statement today.
So,
Yes. So,
Yes, yeah.
if one of the board members, yes.
okay,
could-
yes, I move that we go into executive committee, executive session for item number 17.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any opposed? Okay, then we will begin the process of going into executive session. The time is 9:19 a.m.
We didn't need to read the usual verbiage.
Well, we'll come out and read it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, technically, yes, but if you don't, it doesn't negate your executive session, but you still can't violate the law, so I think we'll be fine.
Great, I'm going to go ahead and utilize the boardroom for the the breakout room for the executive session. I'm going to go ahead and open the meeting, and everybody will be flushed over and take about 30 seconds. For any members of the public that are in the meeting, just hang tight where you are. And whenever the board is concluded an executive session, they'll return to this main meeting here and resume the board meeting. Hey, Mr. Wadley, looks like you're having some problems shifting over to the breakout room, so just give me a couple more seconds to get this worked out on my end.
Okay, thank you.
Did you get booted out, Mr. Wilder?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like in pulling you over. How are you signed into the meeting today?
I think I'm a guest, and I think that.
Yeah. Are you joining through the browser or through the app?
Try the app. That'll solve it. Right before I didn't like. So I did the guest. Picking me up. see everybody, but it says my camera is not working. But the camera light's on. Nope, I don't hear anybody. But I see people. I see Sarah, I see Grace, Jeff, Sommer. Let me log out as a guest. Maybe that'll do it.
proceed as normal. Session and then
Okay.
redoing job. All right.
Oh, okay. So the executive session ended at 9:56 on August 4th, 2023. There was no final action, decision, or vote with regard to any matter of considered or discussed in the executive session. A certified agenda of the executive session was made.
So board members, you still have in front of you agenda item number 17. There is one item there that if you would like to make a motion to resolve, we would need a motion at this time.
And again, members, your options are you could you could deny the appeal, which means the dismissal would stand. You could grant the appeal and you could say send it straight to ISC, or you could grant the appeal. You could do something along the lines of perhaps request more information about this procedure, what the acupuncturist did, some explanation, those kinds of things to get better information about this procedure and exactly what was done. So those are the options out there that you have. So again, it's at your discretion, but if you do decide to grant it, if you had some instruction for board staff, you would want to include that in your motion. So board staff would know what you wanted to, what information you want obtained. And then obviously, depending on if that were the way you went, once it was obtained, there would be a resolution one way or another. It might be coming back to you as a dismissal. It might end up with an ISC. We just don't know. But those are the standard things you would pretty much see.
I move to grant the appeal and to gather more information on the procedure itself and the type of needle used.
I will second it.
Is there any discussion? Okay, hearing none, you would need a vote.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstaining? All right. Thank you, sir, for appearing, and we'll be in contact with any additional information we may need.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Bye now.
Bye. All right, thank you, board members. That completes agenda item number 17. Agenda items number 18 and 19, there are none. Agenda item number 20, consideration and approval of modification request or termination request orders. There's one.
And on that, board members, we will need, unless somebody wants to discuss it, you'll need a motion to approve as submitted.
I move to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, we had a motion and a second. I think Mr. Weiler was the second.
Right.
We'll give him credit for it anyways. Yeah, why not? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any
Aye.
opposed? Any abstaining? All right, thank you. That completes agenda item number 20. Agenda item number 21, consideration and approval of remedial plans, and there is one. Same thing as the previous item. With your review, we would need a motion to approve, or if you have any questions about it or anything else, please let us know.
I'll forward a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the remedial plan as presented. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstaining? All right, that completes agenda item 21. Agenda item number 22, consideration and approval of agreed orders. Same drill as the previous two.
I motion to approve.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the agreed order as presented. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstaining? Agenda item number 22 is approved. Agenda item number 23, there is none. Agenda item number 24, open forum for public comments. This is the point in the meeting where anyone that is joining us today has the opportunity to speak directly to the board. They can put forward any concern or anything that they think that the board needs to be made aware of, or anything that they would like the board to perhaps consider in a future meeting. The board is going to be limited in what you can say in response because it needs to, be something that is already on the posted agenda. So if anyone would like to say anything, you will be given 3 minutes to make your comments. I don't think there's anyone that is in person there in the room to make any comments, but we may have someone that is online. I think I did see a hand come up briefly.
Yep. Yes, sir, you did, Mr. Carlton.
All right. Let's see.
That's Mr. Doggett.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi.
Thank you. If you could just go ahead and state your name, and once we get started, and we'll start your time. Go ahead.
Hi, Wally Doggett, Texas Association of Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine. I'm sorry, I didn't really prepare for this. I just thought of it as the meeting was proceeding, but I had someone ask me about acupuncturists practicing acupuncture on animals under supervision of a veterinarian. When I looked at the rules or statute, which I can't find in front of me right now, it seemed that the language was a little unclear as to what the intention of the veterinary rule was. And it seemed like, if I recall correctly, well, it was unclear to me whether this was allowed or not. And I'm wondering if this is something that the acupuncture board could take a look at and clarify for acupuncture licensees who might be interested in this.
Okay, thank you for your comments. So you want us to take a look, potentially take a look at the practice of acupuncture on animals under the supervision of a veterinarian.
That is correct.
Okay, I think we understand. Appreciate your time today.
Okay, thanks.
Is there anyone else that would like to make a public comment at this time? All right, usually just to make sure, we'll give people a few more seconds. And if anyone happens to be joining us by phone only, you'll be able to unmute yourself.
And
Okay.
Mr. Carlton, while we're waiting, there's no one physically present that wants to make any public comments.
Okay, thank you. All right, I think that will do it for our public comment section for today. Agenda item number 25, consideration and approval of the April 14th, 2023 board meeting minutes. This will be loaded into your folder. If there's any corrections or anything that you have noticed, please let us know and we can do that. But if everything looks in order, then we would just need a motion and a second and a vote to approve the meeting minutes.
I motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Great. We have a motion and a second to approve the meeting minutes as presented. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstaining? All right, thank you. Agenda item number 26, nomination and election of officers. what we normally do in the military is whoever is not there that day gets nominated to the for the extra duty. But being as that you guys are probably nicer than we are in that respect, because you do have some board members that are missing today, I would recommend that maybe you wait and take this up at a future meeting, maybe when everyone can be in attendance.
Yes, and we have one vacant position too, so,
Yeah,
yeah.
and we will have, and it appears you will have elections for 2 positions, and by putting it off till the next meeting, hopefully you will
We can
keep them
sync them.
synced.
Yeah. So we'll need next time, a secretary and then assistant presiding
Yeah.
officer.
So we just want to table this one today with no action, and we'll just bring it back if you per Mr. Carlton's recommendation, if that's the desire of the board.
I see a
Okay.
lot of head shaking. Yes. Okay.
All right, well, that brings us to the final agenda item number 27, adjourn. We would need a motion and a second to officially end the meeting.
A motion, we end the meeting.
Okay.
I'll second it.
All right, we do have a motion and a second to adjourn. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any opposed? Does anyone want to abstain from voting to adjourn? All right. Well, thank you all. You are officially adjourned at 10:08 a.m. I think I have the time zone correct now. So 10:08 a.m. This is one of your longer meetings, but thank you for your time and effort today. It is much appreciated, and I hope you all are well until we see you again. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.